Why did I have to procedurally generate all of this? I could have played Minecraft and called it a day. I was working all day on my cat roguelike game, and now I am taking a break driving. But there is still a lot to be done. So far I perfected the camera and the movement. Now I'm driving back. Wait, what is this? Why is there a tree over here? You see this? These are all the tutorials I watched so I can understand and integrate this subject into my game. And yet, all this work was for only one triangle to appear on my screen. Well, maybe more than one. Because this is the first step for procedurally generating terrain. But first I'll explain. What exactly is procedural generation? In simple words, it's a way to automatically generate media via sets of rules. By media I mean textures, animations, maps, dungeons, pixels, and data in general. It's used in many movies and TV shows to create battle-like scenes like in Lord of the Rings, where they added more soldiers to the scene. In games, procedural generation used in a wide range of areas, from items and buffs to the land you walk on, and that's called terrain generation, which is what I try to do with this triangle. Which is a mesh. To generate terrain, you first need to generate meshes. Meshes are a build of a 3D model, consisting of polygons. 3D meshes use reference points in X, Y, and Z axis to define shapes with height, width, and depth. If you generate two triangle polygons and connect them to each other, we will get a quad, and then you can use that to generate flat terrain. Until this point, we only messed around with the X and Z axis. If you want to generate mountains or hills, we would have to stretch the mesh we created in the Y axis. But how can we do that? We need some sort of guidelines to stretch this flat plane. We can do that by using some noise, but not just regular noise, perlin noise. Regular noise is pure randomness, while perlin noise is built with a set of rules which makes it a gradient showing height by its color intensity. And this is how it looks like when I generate the terrain. And if we stretch it even further and make it larger, this is how it will look like. And now by making that, we can add some colors to the terrain, and we would end up with this. And yes, this still looks a bit weird. After writing a custom shader which blends the colors and materials correctly, the terrain would look like this. But there was still a problem. The generated chunks won't connect to each other, and it looks really weird. Oh, you wanna know what are chunks? A chunk is a procedurally generated segment of the world that is built from meshes. It's used to lower the computing power so the game won't drop frames. When you first load the world, a chunk would appear, and the player in the center of it. And when the player goes in any direction, more chunks would appear in front of the player, and the ones behind will disappear. And in this case, when chunks are not connecting to each other, that can be a bit problematic. And also, that's too many colors for now. The first level should be a desert like I had originally planned. So I remove those puddles of water and voila! A desert! Let me know in the comment section which of those you like more, and on what theme you want me to focus on. I mean, spam desert in the comments. Next, we need to generate some stuff to be in this desert, and I have this model for a tree. Well, it looks more like a spike. but let's throw some of those in there. That's still a bit dull. Maybe if I'll add more shapes like circles or something? Well, this seems interesting, but they are appearing only on this spot of the desert. What if I'll make them follow the player? Oh god no. There are so many of them and they are causing performance issues. Why did I have to procedurally generate all of this? And I smell something burning and I think it's my computer. Here, listen to this. It's screaming. And I can't close the program, it's stuck. I could have played Minecraft and called it a day. Finally, I found it. The book of Procedural Generation. Oh god, what the... Is that it's my own voice. My own voice is explaining all of it.
Do they say something else?
Maybe I do. But surely this is fine, I think.